Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Military, I'm a certified financial social worker. I was in the Air Force for 14 years, and then I paid off $20,000 of debt while I was active duty within 3 years as an E3. So that's kind of like I got really into personal finance, and so I've been really passionate about that ever since. And that was 10, 12 years ago now. So since then, I became a social worker, and now I'm a certified financial social worker. So we kind of get into, dealing with finances, but then also kind of dealing with the psychology behind finances, like the mental side of things. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, your battle buddy when it comes to finances, please welcome the fire social worker, Joey Laswell.
Hello, everyone. We're going to jump right in. This is Money in the Military. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate you guys' time. We are joined with Becky and Rob. We had them a couple weeks ago, last week after last, and we're going to go through some financial stuff with them. Just so thank you for joining us. This is Military Broadcast Radio. You guys have probably heard my pitch 100 times by now, but all right. So Becky and Rob, we left off with a little bit of homework, maybe a little bit of something to think about. So I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys and just see. All right, what was the I was going to talk to you about the date, if you guys did like a money date thing, but I wanted to do a quick rundown just real quick and just see, okay, what did you guys do in the last couple of weeks?
Well, the first thing we did was we downloaded Rocket Money, and we ended up doing the paid subscription one because it wasn't very much money at all to do the paid one. And I'm able to see everything.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The only one that's not on there, though, is GM Financials, not on Rocket Money yet. So that's his car payment.
Yeah.
So I can't see that. But I requested that they add it. So I don't know, maybe they will. And then I also did Smarty Pig, and I made a couple a couple savings accounts, or whatever, savings goals on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did like 4 of them. I did a Christmas one, where was the other one I did? I did
we got vacation. We got
yeah.
Vacation on there.
That's what it was. Christmas, vacation, car, and emergency fund.
Yeah.
And
nice.
And then we have gone on a money date. We've gone on two.
Well, one and a half. Second one, Restaurant was loud. It's out of control.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first one we went somewhere that was a little quieter, so we were able to pull up the laptop and look at everything. And then the other one, we were like, "Huh? Like, what? I can't hear you."
So now we do have to budget in a divorce. So figure that out.
Oh, that's a big budget item right there.
No, it's good, man. It's good.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, you got a couple of dates in, so that's really cool. So all right, so this is that pretty much all the big bullet items that you guys took actually, did on the tail end.
Yeah. I mean, that was our homework.
Yeah, we got everything laid out. We got all the finances set. We got the insurance set up. We got.
Oh yeah, we changed our insurance. We did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Saving a little bit of money in the house, but I had to pay a little more because of the 15-year-old added on to,
Okay.
the car.
Yeah.
So
the financial realities of having another driver starting to kick in a little bit.
Yeah, just starting because we got one next year as well. So that should be
we'll
fun.
have two.
Okay. So what has been your biggest light bulb moment, or what has been something that you guys really kind of like an aha thing that you guys had? Or anything, but just
I'm trying to think.
Well, I don't know because I was looking at the budget, and I guess the groceries were super high.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're being wasteful or if things are actually that high right now, or if we're just like spending to spend.
A little bit of both sometimes. So yeah, it's
yeah.
Well, Becky does have to have her eggs every morning. I mean, we could lay off the eggs for a while,
Oh man, yeah, the luxury eggs, the Fabergé egg.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh man. All right. So okay. Well, so what would you say that the grocery bill was significantly higher, or just like more than you guys just expected?
It was significantly higher than I expected.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like double what I thought it was going to be. And yeah, so I was like, I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe we're just stopping at like, well, pick this up, and then getting too much. I don't know.
I don't know.
But we did have a bunch of like big expenses this month. Like, so our spending is higher than normal this month, which was not fun to see, but I mean, I can see it. So hopefully next month won't be so bad.
Well, that's the thing, that's the part of the whole beauty of this whole exercise too, is that it kind of forces you to see it, or forces you to look. And most people, most times, just don't really want to look at it, so they just don't.
It's
understandable. It's human nature, like especially with money, there's all kinds of like emotions attached to it, like shame and guilt and all this other stuff. And we don't have to go into that category, but that is something that in all of my work that I've seen is a lot of times people they're like, they don't even realize that they have these money habits, until it comes to light. They might not realize that they're a spender until they're in their 20s and they're like, oh man, I'm actually kind of a spender, but that doesn't mean that that's set in stone. So that's the other thing. Like, you have these things, like programming built in, but then you can change your programming. So that's where last time you guys said, oh, well, we're not savers. Well, you're saving right now, right? So you guys are savers right now, Now, did you guys make it an automatic withdrawal for those?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the first step, and usually the hardest. And now the beauty of the situation is going to be, it's going to be automatic. So you don't have to think. You don't have to actively think about, okay, now we have to put $50 towards the Christmas account. You know what I mean? It just comes out automatically. And then at the end of the year, when it comes time for Christmas shopping, you guys are going to thank yourselves. You're going to thank past Becky and Rob. So, but okay. So we got some actually a pretty good amount of light bulbs, I think. But was there any positives, any things that you guys found that you're like, oh, okay, we're actually doing better at this than maybe we thought?
Well, we did our taxes and we made a lot more money than we thought. That's kind of sad.
Because we're like, where did it go?
I gotcha. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you guys gonna get a tax return?
Yeah, it just came today actually.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah, I know. We did it on Friday and we got it today.
Yeah.
Got it in before the IRS shuts down.
Well, okay. Let me ask you, what is your guys' initial or what have you done in the past with your tax returns?
Oh, paying
I
bills
mean, nothing
immediately.
like we don't go and buy a TV or anything. It's
Yeah.
more of just like, okay, we need this. You know, we need
Well, I
this
mean, we went and
extra.
bought the TV, and then we were waiting for that to go ahead and pay for it.
No,
No, that's not
no.
work.
Usually it's just like oh, thank goodness, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Usually comes at a moment in need.
Yeah, because it comes right after Christmas. So we usually do it in January. We
Mhm.
waited longer this year than normal.
Okay. All right. So do you guys have an earmark for what you're gonna do with that one this time? Or have you guys already okay.
No, just right now my main goal is to pay off the credit card because after Christmas we were just paying what we could on it.
Right.
And now he gets his bonus or the profit sharing on tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we get
So we're gonna. Yesterday I sat down and I paid a bunch of things that we needed, like medical bills and things like that we needed to pay. And so the credit card is looking real.
Which
real
is
high.
also like that's been a big help too. We didn't even mention it. Like my health insurance is awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, you go in, it's just it doesn't matter. It's just like a copay of like what, $25
for a regular
$25,
doctor and 100
emergencies,
for emergency.
whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's been like a weight off of our shoulders. Like we're not as scared to
Absolutely.
like go to the doctor for anything. So
Yeah, like I had to get like a MRI and it was free. It was covered.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Man.
wow.
well, now you take our eyes and our dental on the other hand, we're paying some money
Those
for
are real
that. But
bad.
like the main part of not having to worry about healthcare is
Yeah.
it's game changing too. I just wanted to add that in there.
Absolutely. Little plug for GM there, huh? Nice little
Yeah. Well, it's like the military. We don't have to worry about that. You just walk into the doctor. That's basically what we do now.
yeah, that's awesome.
So it's
man.
really cool.
So maybe I'm thinking of a career switch now. Maybe I need to go into corporate.
Nah, you found your good spot. Keep helping people. That's what you do best.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, with that in mind, with the helping mindset, let's figure out what's going to be our next step with these little chunks of money that we're getting. You know, we got the bonus check, and then we got the tax return, right? So is that just going to sit in a checking account for the short term?
Yeah, two big problems with that. So we're having people out for the pool, and our first quote was, what was it?
25.
Yeah, about 25 grand. So that then it has to be done. Yeah, it's just it. Yeah, 25 grand.
When he said it, I was like, don't act, don't look
Like
like you're gonna throw up. Don't look like
no, I was out there with them. This is how like naive I am. He was like, it's gonna be about 25, 35, something like that. I was like, oh, okay, 2,500, 3,500. That seems like a pretty good deal in my head, but I didn't want to say that because I was like, he might be talking thousands. I'm going to touch base with
and
Becca.
I'm trying not to puke, and you're just like, okay, yeah. I'm like, no.
I mean, what else do you do? Like, oh yeah, there's no way we can afford this. Keep talking. But yeah,
man, that's funny. Well, okay, well that's a big number. Obviously that's not something to shake a stick at, but I guess I think we had messaged each other a little bit, Becky, but like the idea, like you've been given some initial advice, but like since that happened, has there been any other things that come up? You're getting other quotes and stuff too, right?
Yes, for our AC, we had someone come out to do a tune-up, and they found there was like debris in it or something, and there's
it was just
oil.
dirty. We had some rain. Do you know?
No, they said
Are you supposed to clean out your AC? Is that a thing?
Yes, that's what the tune-up is. But they said there's like stuff growing in it and like all this stuff, and so
our home warranty is not going to cover it.
And our home warranty won't cover it
because it's growth or something.
It's like biological growth, and I was like, what does that mean? Yeah. I mean, I know what that means, but like
it's a unit outside. Is that not like I
don't know, but they suggested us getting a new one. You know, they wanted us to get a new one, and so. And they said, but what they did say was that it has a new kind of like heater something. I can't remember what it was called now. That's supposed to save us money on our electric bill. And I actually talked to my mom yesterday because they just got a new one a year or two ago. She said she's seen a huge difference in her electric bill.
Well, we got a leak in our. They called them. I'm using my AC skills here. Plenum, whatever, the little vent that goes up. There's a hole in it.
Yeah, so it's leaking air out, and so we're wasting.
I mean, we could probably fix that with tape, right? Duct tape works on that. Duct tape. It's a duct. Put them together.
So we're debating getting a new AC to try to save money in the long run. I mean, okay, so the sales guy said it's net positive. So I'm like, what do I believe?
The sales guy. He saw us coming a mile away, let me tell you.
I know. But
you know what they say, those sales guys, they never lie or
never. Yeah, they're just honest all the time.
Or they don't always disclose everything that they're supposed to disclose, right?
Yeah.
But well, okay, well, so as far as the AC unit, you know, did they give you an estimate on that, right? Or
it would be $8,000 something, almost $9,000.
Okay.
And they said normally right now it'd be $13,000, so we're getting a deal.
Oh yeah, I'm not buying that. I mean, they were definitely upselling there, but I mean, it is old, and we might.
Yeah, because they said the outside unit was from 2008, and the other one is from 2013. So I mean, they're old. But
they're still, I mean, 10 years or so.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they last.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't even know what the shelf life is for some of those thumbs. But all right, well, let's focus on the pool first. Okay.
Okay.
So you've had multiple quotes, but the general number is about the same.
Well, we've only one guy already sent us the quote, and then the other guy I'm still waiting on it, and then we have one on Tuesday, and one is going to come out this week.
So you can say anywhere between 15,000 to 20,000 would probably be a good average.
30,000 possibly.
Oh yeah, possibly 30. All right, yeah. So
anywhere 15 to 30.
Yeah, 15 to 30. We'll go ahead and estimate the high end just because you know, might as well. If they're giving you that high end, then we might as well lean towards that anyways.
Yeah.
Just as painful as it is, it's just you know, especially with costs rising and tariffs and stuff, like who knows what like metals and things like that might go up in price. And so I don't know, it may actually be a good time to lock something in with, especially even for the AC unit. I don't know. We'll have to do some cogitating on that one. But yeah, so we'll that was my little Scrabble word for the day. But all right, so what are your initial thoughts when it comes to how do we pay for this expense?
Well, I was thinking we might have to get a loan. I mean, we would have to. I mean, we don't have $30,000.
How much do children go for on the black market? We could probably sell one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, so we would have to get some sort of loan. I mean, I wanted to use the bonus, but it's not going to cover it. No, and we need to use that throughout the year.
Credit card too.
We have to have the credit card. We kind of use it throughout the year just in case we overspend. We're like, oh, we have this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, that was our mistake. We will be saving now.
We are.
And our cars as well. We got a little separate part for the car now.
Yeah.
So, you did a maintenance fund for the car, is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little separate thing for that.
So, see, you're already stepping in the right direction, because now it'll take a few months, but once you build up these little mini savings goals, then when those bigger expenses come up, then you're not as affected by them. If anything, you're already ready. You're literally preparing for those expenses right now. So. So this time next year, you guys, I think we're going to be in a lot better position, because let's think about it too. Now your tax return and your bonus will not be going towards paying back the Christmas money.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh,
that'll be nice.
Right?
That way, it sounds really great.
Light bulb. Yeah. So so that's something exciting to look forward to. But in the meantime, we got to deal with the present day, which is how do we deal with this?
How do we get caught up? Yeah.
Right. And you mean like the rocket money, that, like I said, that's going to do really well for you guys, just giving you that visibility. But as far as the loan for the pool, so there's a few different things. Let's see if I can pull. So we had talked a little bit about different loan options. So I mean, you can go with like a just traditional bank loan. Like they do have like home improvement slash repair loans. Some banks do that. Like it's specifically geared towards like you have to use it towards like home repairs.
Yeah.
The other alternative, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, honestly. But you know, like if you have equity in your house, you could tap into that and get like a home equity line of credit. That sometimes people kind of shy away from that because, you know, like it adds an extra loan yeah, basically adds an extra loan to your house. So it's like a
Yeah.
Is
lien on,
that
it's like a
that's
lien.
what I was gonna ask. Is that the one you said was a lien on the
Yeah, we
house?
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Which
that's a yeah, so just full transparency. I've done one of those before too in my previous house with an AC unit. You know, like it was one of those things that AC unit went out, and I had the money. Well, I had most of the money, but I did it strategically, and they had like a pretty good interest rate at the time. So I kind of just was like, all right, well, I'm going to take out this loan and just pay it off, you know, aggressively. And that's basically what I did. So it was a short term loan, but they do have options to make it pretty affordable. You know, like 10-year
Yeah.
loans. You know, like so the longer obviously you go out, the more affordable it's going to be. And I mean, this is a pretty big number. So I mean, you
Yeah.
you might I mean, just for the sake of your budget, you might want to kind of like start looking at the different options as far as time of the loan and length of the loan goes. But the other thing, and I know you last time you talked about like this was something that you knew was coming, but um, how were you envisioning paying this in the first place? Or did you guys didn't not really
well,
sure?
we thought we'd be able to use the bonus or the profit sharing.
Yeah, for
Gotcha.
like most of it at least, and then have
Okay.
maybe a payment plan that we could afford.
hmm Now,
Yeah,
some places the maintenance, like the people, the pool repair companies, sometimes they'll have in-house financing options too. Um, so you got to be careful with those because sometimes they can be like little, you know, less than reputable, you know, financing
Yeah.
options. But sometimes they're actually legit, and you can get like a 0% for a certain amount of time, and like or a low interest, generally a low interest.
That would
Um,
be cool.
but how much in your guys' budget would you say you would feel comfortable putting towards that kind of loan?
I don't know because with our savings, we were talking about doing like allocating like $1,000 a month, but I ended up doing it to where it was only like 490 something, so
Yeah.
500. So
hmm
just because we haven't had it, we haven't been in the green in a while, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I right now with this month, I'm not sure, like because it's not a typical month of spending. So I'm not sure what we normally spend, which is hard, you know, because I don't know what's normal for us.
Mm,
Yeah, I guess we don't really
yeah.
have like a set
Yeah,
budget. It's always random.
mhm.
yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
And that's
I
pretty
don't
common,
know.
honestly. I don't feel bad about that at all because that's actually very, very common. Um, that's also where, you know, we could do a little bit of work towards getting things a little bit more predictable, so that way you kind of do know how much you have extra in your, you know, in your budget or in your spending plan. So so let's just put out a number and just see how comfortable you feel with it. All right, so let's say um $200 a month for the next 5 years. Would that be something that you guys could support? I mean, that's a low number, but I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Like
What were you thinking
$1.
Well, so
No,
the
we
other
for
can
the
do
thing
that.
next
We can do that.
30,000
Yeah.
days?
Yeah. 30,000 days to go.
um so yeah, that's where we're probably gonna have to do a little bit of more follow-up
Yeah.
homework and just kind of figure out, okay, because you don't want to go in there and say, okay, give me, you know, as I go and buying a car, I was like, yeah, just give me whatever at this, you know, just give me whatever price point that I can afford. You want to go in there and say, okay, I want to spend this much money and I want this much loan for this period of time. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of more homework, but that's okay. That's part of managing your finances. Sometimes is you got to do a little bit of homework, but you'll once again your future selves are going to thank you because you didn't just jump into this willy-nilly. You're doing your homework, you're doing your due diligence. So so you guys should definitely feel you're going to be more prepared than most jumping into something like this. So there are some different options, and I mean you can literally just go on and start looking up like maintenance or pool. Like I just looked up pool maintenance loans, and I mean, granted, some of these are probably not that great, but it's just out of for reference. Like, let me see. Wow, this sounds way too good to be true. But so some of these are going to be home, like they're going to be similar to a home equity loan, but we're going to try to avoid those types of loans if we can, because like you guys said, you're not really feeling that, and that's fine, but there are other options out there.
Well, I mean, if it's a good deal, I'm not going to turn it down. Just it sounds very scary putting a lien on my house for something that large without like knowing what's going to happen.
Absolutely,
with, like jobs and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you're very valid in thinking that way, but people, especially with big ticket items like this, this is a pretty common thing. Pools need maintenance, and like there are many different ways to finance those types of things. So we'll start the process of doing like doing that homework, and then we'll work on that. But I think I've gone a little too long, and I need to do a little commercial break. So been rambling a little bit, but no, we had to catch up and stuff. And but I think there is actually a new song. Let me see if I can find it. So we got Andrew Coffey. Let's see if he's in here, but he's not in here. Yeah, so we got a whole a whole bunch of veteran music that I mentioned that last time, but I guess I don't have it in my thing yet. So I guess we'll have to play my usual, which is Noah Peterson, the super cool jazz guy. All right, so
we'll be
back.
That was good stuff last time. I liked it.
Yeah. Makes you want to watch. To me, I want to watch Ocean's 11 for some reason. All right, so we'll be back after this. 1 second.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
And we're back. All right. That was Noah Peterson, Marine Corps veteran out of San Antonio. I actually auditioned to be in that video, but it turns out that I can't dance. What? I don't. All right.
It's all right. A lot of us are plagued with that issue. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So we are back here. This is Money in the Military. We have Air Force veteran Rob Salazar and his lovely wife Becky, and I don't think we've been introduced to the little dog.
This is Leia, man. She's been here since the beginning. This one's like the Yoda of dogs. 1,000 years old, this one.
Nice. That's awesome. That's sweet. All right. Well, before the break, we were talking about the different strategies that we can use for getting this stuff done. But I wanted to do a little quick shameless self-promotion because, why not? It's my show. And so this Sunday at 5, I'm going to be doing a basically similar to this, but it's going to be a group session. So we're going to be doing just 5 people. It's going to be a group coaching session. And it's going to be $100 or $99. I'm going to save you that $1. So it's $99. But basically it's going to be a 90-minute session, and it's going to be open-ended, no real crazy agenda. But if you're interested, you can send me a message, DM me, email me. But yeah, that's my little pitch for this Sunday, and there will be more in the future. So if you like what you're seeing, what I'm spitting, then just hit me up and we'll keep it going. All right. Well, with that being said, let's keep this conversation going, and let's see what we can do with the bonus money that you got. All right. Well, the bonus and the tax return. Did we ever decide what we're going to actually do with that, or what do you guys?
The credit card.
Yeah, credit card.
That's the first priority.
It's got to go.
Right. Yeah.
Is that going to be on any leftover after that?
Yeah, I think probably about 6,000 left over.
Yeah, something like that.
So you guys will have a 6,000 buffer for after paying all your expenses.
That'll be what we have in our checking account after we pay it all.
Okay.
That will be it.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's still, it's still something to, plenty to work with as far as, obviously you're going to have future paychecks too. But let's play with that number. Just out of curiosity, how do you guys generally tally up or divvy up your money? Like when you guys do first of the month, you kind of like go through and start making payments, or is it all automated, or you guys do anything like that?
It's all automated.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that isn't, we have a lawn person that I have to pay her by check.
She's very old school.
Yeah.
Oh, check. Okay. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I have to mail her a check, so I have to get stamps.
I feel so bad. She's so old, but she's out there mowing our lawn, So I was like, yeah, I'll write the check. It's fine.
All right. Well, so during that initial process of like Rocket Money and things like that, did you guys have? You said your grocery expenses were higher than you expected. Yeah. Did you guys have any kind of game plan on what you guys wanted to like? Does that worry you, or is it just like, hey, you know what? We love food. That's our thing, and we're gonna do that. That's our guilty pleasure kind of thing, or whatever.
Well,
it's not a sustainable trend. I don't think if it keeps going up.
Yeah, I did think about like our pantry is full right now. Yes. Like, and the kids are like, we have nothing to eat, and I'm like, there's so much food in there.
Yeah, teenagers.
So maybe
a challenge.
Yeah, maybe I need to like write down everything we have and like check it off when it's used or something, just like I'm not going to buy anything new until most of that stuff is gone or something like that,
Yeah, that's not even that. I mean, it's just the basics. We're out of bread, we need lunch meat, we need all this other stuff.
Well, that's what we need today, yeah, but like we have where'd all that come from? So,
yeah, agreed. Agreed, doctor.
Okay. Well, I guess what I would challenge you guys to do then, just like we did with the Christmas spending, is to kind of go back and if you guys are able to look at your grocery spending for the last month or so, um, and kind of try to come up with a good number. So like, um, based off of previous trends, this is how much we've spent. And then you can kind of like base off of like, let's say 2 months, you can say, okay, this month we spent in whatever, and then the last month we spent that, and then we kind of split the difference. Um, but I would also challenge you guys. Do you guys do any kind of meal prep or anything?
Not really, not anymore. I used to, but
Yeah,
not anymore.
it is time consuming and kind of tedious sometimes. But like from a financial perspective, it can be very, very helpful. Just because you start your grocery spending starts to get more streamlined because you're being more intentional with what you cook. You know what I mean? So by also, and then it also saves you, like from eating out. I don't know if you guys, if you guys don't eat that much anymore. You guys said that already.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that would just be a one little mini challenge to come up with an actual food budget and then try to stick to that, and then maybe like somewhat aggressively try to pull back and see how much can you realistically survive off of food wise. Because the food is a big one for a lot of people. Like that ends up basically uh, eating away, no pun intended. I'm just full of dad jokes today.
I know you got it.
But all right, so we got the grocery stuff. We'll kind of deal with that. Maybe we'll touch base on that again. But was there any other like major things that came up in either your money date, or just during this last couple of weeks that really kind of jumped out at you, or you had questions about?
Trying to think. I don't think so.
We
Yeah, I
haven't
don't.
really even talked about investment and saving for the not
Yeah.
we're doing saving, but like how are you guys with retirement accounts and things like that?
Oh, we have some money in, like, I have my 403b because I'm a teacher, and then he has his Fidelity account through General Motors. So we have some
Okay.
money, but not a whole lot.
Listen, we're making it about a month. If we retire today, maybe a month tops.
No,
Well,
we,
that's a lot of people, but okay. Well, that's the other, like once we kind of get the and maybe it's not time to even prioritize that yet, but I do want you guys to start thinking that the money that you save in your budget, that I would really encourage you guys to start slowly ramping up your investing, um, so that could look like 1% a month you increase, an allotment or something at work, or how much, like if you had to put a percentage like of your paycheck, what would you guys say you're guys putting towards your retirements?
Oh,
I
barely
don't
anything.
remember. I can't. I set it up so long ago. I don't remember
I
at
put
all.
mine at the lowest because we needed money. But the cool
At the
thing
time
is
we
GM
needed
is
money.
matching whatever I put in there. So
Nice.
when we get extra money, I could actually raise it up and actually build up a nice little
Yeah,
chunk of change.
when we're actually in the green again.
Yeah. I mean, priorities are priorities.
Right, yeah, and it's tricky to think about, like 65-year-old version of you when you're like, okay, this is this is right now me, and we have all these things to worry about. So I totally get that. I guess I want to put the bug in your ear that the being young is one of those things that the compounding effect, compound interest, all that stuff, like we can't get that time back. So like I'm looking at 30-year-old Joey and being like, man, if I'd only put in just a little bit more, I would be sitting much better. You know what I mean? And then if you really factor in the time and you look at the time lost, like 10 years of not investing versus even just 10 years of like just small investing, but then doing it consistently, once again, your future selves will definitely thank you. So that's my challenge to you guys is to kind of like, dust off the login for your retirement accounts and just kind of go in there and just see what you're looking at. You know what I mean? And maybe you could even link up that to Rocket Money, I believe. And then
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I can see it.
Well,
I just don't know how much I'm putting in.
Yeah. Back when I quit my job, we pulled out all of my
Yeah.
retirement that I had saved up from the last job. So
Yeah. I mean that happens. That's okay.
We needed it at the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. Okay. So let's kind of recap a little bit about like from the first session to now. We've got Smarty Pig. You're saving for Christmas, saving for vacation. And actually, speaking of vacation, what number did you come up with for your vacation fund?
I did 3,000, kind of on. You said like medium was like 4 to 7 or something like that. I think is what you said. So I was like, we'll go on the lower end of maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we'll do a little staycation.
It sounds like yeah, you guys are frugal travelers, and you don't need the lavish expenses. So yeah, that's a great number. And then what's your timeline? What was your time window for that trip?
Oh,
Dude, did we set up a timeline?
yeah.
Well, we didn't discuss this.
This
We need
was-
another money date for this one.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
this money date didn't happen. Let me see. I can pull it up real quick.
Like how efficient is it to have a money date at a fancy restaurant? Is that efficient?
Well, I mean, if you've budgeted for it, maybe I guess. But
Oh man, dude, I knew we were wrong. It didn't feel right.
It wasn't that. It wasn't fancy of a
well,
restaurant.
no, I mean, if it's something that you guys already like, no, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine.
Sorry, it's loading.
Okay.
We had a nice brunch.
Brunch.
We did have a nice brunch, but that was a place that was too loud, so we couldn't even talk about the money.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, rich people don't like to talk in silence.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm just assuming. I've never been afforded that luxury of
Right.
talking in all that noise.
All right. Well, yeah. So we got 3,000 for the vacation, and then yeah, you're looking up the time frame, but it's not a big. I was just curious as like what you were projecting, and then did that feel comfortable for you guys? Did you do that?
I think I did it for next year. I think I did it for next June. I'm remembering that. Why is this not?
Someone stole our Smarty Pig
No,
accounts. We've lost all this money.
No, it's just not. I don't know.
She's panicking.
I'm not panicking.
She's gonna have dreams about putting in passwords, and it's gonna be impossible.
Oh man! All right. Well, while that's your Smarty. Yeah, Smarty Pig was kind of. I think their login was kind of weird, maybe. Or
There we go.
Security.
Yeah.
Was weird.
And now it's not working.
It's okay.
It's fine. Like yeah, if you
It's about a year.
it was, yeah, we'll say a little over a year. That's a great window. And honestly, yeah, like I'm sure the payment for that was pretty, like maybe surprisingly affordable for that.
It wasn't so bad, actually. Yeah, I was surprised.
Mm-hmm. So, what other types of big ticket items, like do you guys? And you mentioned sports for your for the kids.
Yeah.
Are there any like big sports expenses that you guys have on the books, or like a musical instrument or anything like that?
We'll have to do some lessons coming up.
Some hockey lessons, which
Yeah.
is like $80 a lesson,
Yeah.
and it can be like once a week. And then she's also she wants to do spring hockey, which is $500, 400 something. And so I paid it in half. Like I did 200 something now, and then like in April, I think it comes out again. So
Okay. All
And
right.
then trying to think anything big for Kaylee besides the insurance.
well,
Oh, what
I
about
mean, and
the car? Like, what are you guys gonna do for a new driving car? Do you guys have a plan for that?
yeah, we have a car. My parents were able to. They gave us one of their cars.
Yeah.
They got a new one and gave us
So
that
we gotta
one.
get that registered. We got, like I said, we got insurance on that now. So we got that all set up. And how much extra is that? How much did insurance cost us on top of that?
$100 extra a month.
Yeah.
$100 more.
Which is
dollars a month.
something that I thought was going to be a lot more. It's actually, it's doable. And then we'll have another $100 next year.
I was right about the goal. I finally pulled it up. It's the 1st of June next year.
Nice. So. Awesome. Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing and hearing about your awesome trip that you guys take. So that'll be exciting. You have to send us some pictures. So then I was going to ask about the car, so the car you guys are saying, is that like the car emergency fund that we talked about, or is that just for a future car? What was the car fund?
Car maintenance.
Yeah, because I mean, the inspection, we got to do inspections once a year, registration. That's like, what, altogether, that's like $100 and something.
Yeah, but then
$100 for the registration, your inspection, everything's like $30.
And then like I'm doing a tune-up like for my car, and that's going to be like $300, I think. So the 60,000 mile tune-up.
And then the AC. Let's not forget about the AC. We're gonna have to worry about another 10 grand.
Yeah. Well, it usually happens in threes. I hate to say that, but hopefully that doesn't happen here. But it sounds like, you know, we're getting to a good spot in the sense of like maybe cleaning up things, identifying like maybe holes or gaps in the spending, and that's going to be it's going to be a process. It's not going to happen overnight. But you know, if you guys are interested, we could do some more follow-ups and just kind of check-ins with you guys, or if you want to just do that offline, that's fine. But I would like to do some semi-regular check-ins and just kind of see how things are going. Any updates, or like, you know, because basically what I'm thinking is that right now people are following along with you guys. So some of the things that you brought up in the first episode, I've gotten feedback that they're like, oh yes, you know, we're going through that same thing, you know. So you guys you might be surprised, but you are a snapshot of the modern American couple right now and dealing with your finances the way you know. So and the things that you're bringing up, I hear all the time, and you know, like, it's not to say that you're not special, but you know, like, the things that you're going through are very common, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to basically show people that, hey, this is what this is what modern finances is looking like, and you know, this is how people can kind of like tweak things, improve things, and you know, and then also people can follow along, and they'll be like, you know, sometimes like they might be like, hey, what's going on with Becky and Rob? You know, like, how are they? How, you know, like, so they'll ask for check-ins and things like that. So, yeah, so that's something that I want to do. Just you know, as long as you guys are cool with that, maybe every often we can do, like, you know, depending on how comfortable you are, we could maybe do like a once a month check-in after this. And then just you guys can always message me offline, and we can talk, you know, behind the scenes and stuff too. So so we got a lot of good stuff, and then I can you know, I'll make sure that you guys get a copy of this so you guys can watch it again. But was there anything that, I guess, any last minute things, any homework for me that you guys think you want me to kind of do some research for you guys?
If you can help us find a loan, I mean, you think we'll have to do a loan, right? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
that's really been what we're worried about. Like, pool has to be done. It's falling apart.
Yeah,
it's going to be an outrageous. That's a crazy amount of money.
It is a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
And then, like, should we do the AC? I don't know.
And should we all put it on one loan?
Is it a net positive after all?
I mean, that hillbilly knew what he was talking about. I mean, to be real.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we will have to we'll have to talk offline and try to figure out a little bit more. You know, like, clarify some things, and I'll do some more research on what is probably the best bet for you guys. And then, you know, I'll share it with the audience too. That way they kind of can follow along, and you know, I'll do like a blog update or something. But yeah, that's all these are valid concerns, and I do appreciate you guys being honest and open with all this. So I really do appreciate that, and it's gonna be okay. We're I already feel pretty good about you guys in just 2 sessions. So
somebody does.
Somebody does.
Oh, come on. You guys got to feel a little bit better, right?
No, it's nice, man. It's nice to be able to, like, seeing our finances on that app is.
I love
it's
that.
game changing. Do that. Get that app.
Yes, Rocket Money. If you're listening, I will shill for you for a very low price.
It did actually. It has a thing where it can negotiate for you with a couple bills, and I got one of them to. It got down from $30 a month to $11 a month, and I was like, I know it was an option. So,
and we saw our subscriptions too.
Yeah, we saw.
Laid all that out, so we got rid of something that we don't use, and then we added another one. So, I know that was great to see what we have, and like that was awesome, man. That was a great. This has been great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like like I said earlier, like the biggest, usually the most impactful part of this process is that pulling back, like all the things that you've been sweeping under the rug over the last however long, you start to look at those things, but that's what that really helps with. So, but once again, you guys are doing more work than most. So, give yourselves credit that you're taking steps, and then you're now also showing other people, hey, this is what you guys can do. So, yes, so that's actually going to be our time. Oh man, I got a little bit of a late start, but so anyways, that's pretty much going to be the show. So thank you, Becky and Rob. We're going to have you guys again. At the very latest, we'll do a month, but then maybe we'll see about, in a couple of weeks, just to kind of do a quick check-in. And, we don't have to do like the full hour if you guys don't want to, but, it is a lot to cover, and I really do want to make sure you guys are taken care of. So, all right. Well, that's pretty much going to be it for me. This has been Money in the Military. Thank you, Becky and Rob. And I already forgot your little Yoda dog's name, but
Leia.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys again, and we will check you guys out, and hopefully everyone is going to be just really excited to see what you guys do. So. All right. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys later.
Bye.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.